Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at arklatexhomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Monday morning forecast update. Pretty active weather week for us once again. Today should be a relatively quiet day. It is clear and cold this morning. You can see on our Shreveport camera, we do have that layer of fog, which is making its way into the city this morning, so there will be some patchy fog for the morning commute. I don't think it will be a big issue for us, but it should turn into a comfortable day, so we'll have some frost out there this morning, especially with temperatures in the 20s and 30s, and by this afternoon warming into the 60s later today, so it will be a comfortable afternoon. We'll see some clouds later as a warm front set to make its way in, so if the pattern has been just a little too chilly for you, we will have some warmer weather here as we continue through the week. Speaking of not warm, we're down to 28 this morning in DeQueen, so we know there's probably some freezing fog up there north of I-30, so probably have to give the wind chill a pretty good scrape this morning, as we'll definitely see some frost up there. Light south breeze returning today, so that should start a bit of a warming trend today, as we'll likely wind up in the mid to upper 60s. So fantastic weather for this afternoon. Typical high is about 60 degrees, so we are running a good 5 to 8 degrees above average today. Looks quiet on satellite and radar, but we do have a warm front which will begin to make its way up from the coastline today, so you'll see the clouds start to increase after the noon hour today. So again, that may have a bit of an effect on the temperatures in some areas, maybe holding us in the mid 60s south of I-20. But with the warm front moving in this evening, I've held the rain chance out during the daytime hours today, but it is completely possible later this evening, talking 6-7 p.m. or thereafter, that we could see a few rain showers develop and trek north across the Arklatex. That warm front will be north of us tomorrow. You'll see a 20% chance of rain in the Tuesday forecast, and that will basically be for the northern Arklatex. Otherwise, we will just kind of stay mostly cloudy for the remainder of the week here. Temperatures tonight will continue to warm up. So this morning we're starting out with all areas in the 20s and 30s. Tomorrow morning as well as tonight, we should have temperatures in the 50s. So we have some pretty mild nights for the rest of the week, and daytime highs likely in the 70s. And the big weather story for us this week will be this cold front, which begins to move in on Thursday. And this front looks like it is going to stall across the northern Arklatex for much of the week here. So we will begin to see some showers and storms, probably staying in the 70s on Thursday. The front will lift back north a bit on Friday, but you can see that rain chance continuing for the northern Arklatex. And then once we get into Saturday, that's when we'll see this front push through the remainder of the region, and it is completely possible that we'll see this rain go into Sunday as well. So we've been kind of missing the rainfall here for the past few months. This will definitely be some beneficial rain for us after spending the week in the 70s. We will cool down a bit as we head into the weekend. A little preliminary to give you exact rainfall totals, but all signs point to maybe a good 2 to 3 inches of rain for folks in northeast Texas, Oklahoma, as well as Arkansas. If you're I-20 and southward in Texas and Louisiana, including Shreveport, probably looking at an inch or less of rainfall, but a lot of that will depend on just how far south the front makes it on Thursday as well as Friday. So there is some uncertainty with the rainfall totals, but it is looking more and more like we could see some beneficial rain. I would say probably low-end severe weather threat for us on Thursday. It doesn't look like we'll see any significant severe weather here, and it looks like the severe weather threat pretty low as we head through the weekend. I think Thursday would be the one day that we would watch, especially with those warm temperatures there, but all signs point to relatively low threat for any severe weather. Overnight lows 50s and 60s through the week, and a big time cool down late in the weekend. Possible will be in the 40s for highs next Sunday.